looking for in this is the reason we call it the Pentaforce tournament. You only need 5 of 8 forces. You don't need all 8 because that's just too many. You only need 5. Here we go. We're already getting underway here, and we're starting in the forest.
It's an interesting place to start. I believe that's actually a second quest level, which obviously we aren't playing any second quest anything, but...
Right, this is all first quest overworld, all first quest shapes. So Dark Falls is going to check out the coastal cave, finds an arrow shop. That's always a good thing to know where it is if you need the arrows.
And I think that was also a cheap meat shop as well. It was 40-something, I believe.
I didn't catch the price of it, but yeah, I think you are definitely correct on that. If it was 40-something, yeah, it's... Okay. We have Dark Falls has found, well, Cage 1, I guess, but really it's level 1.
And we got a Triforce already.
Well, that's a thing. So, Dark Falls with his Triforce out of level 1, and he's not gonna go back in there right away.
And
doesn't have a weapon yet.
Sorry to interrupt you there, but it looks like Bow is the Armos item.
I did not see that. Okay, yeah, there you go. That's I had a little bit of a lag spike right there, but yeah, Bow being the Dark can't get away from the speedy Armo statues who didn't like him touching him apparently. But
yeah, Armo statues can be tricky. It's always when you think you got the slow one and that the fast one comes running after you.
Absolutely. But with the Bow, okay, so Ganon is 100% required in these flag sets, which means you have to have the bow and silver arrows. Us finding the bow, like, what, 3 minutes into this race, it just means that it's, you know, this is gonna be crazy. It's gonna be a very fast scene. In the meantime, we've got ourselves some take-any roads.
And they seem pretty decent from what I've seen of them.
Well, it does give us Death Mountain access from the, from pretty close to start screen. That's a nice little jump. Always good to have. So what our runners are looking for right now, outside of like the bow and the silver arrows, and hey, that was a really scary screen of death. Anyway, what we're looking for right here is an open cave that has the wooden sword inside of it. Because we really want to get that wooden sword, because it's kind of our main way of killing things, if you know what I mean. Oh, Bartman taking an unfortunate death right there on the overworld, too. I believe that was a Zora Fireball. I couldn't tell if that's what killed them or one of the Lionel's sword beams.
Yeah, I had glanced away, so I didn't catch what actually killed them.
Yes. The Lionels are out to snipe you. They will do so without hesitation. In the meantime, Dark Falls is checking one of these Armo statues. Gonna find the letter. So you may have noticed that our NPCs are all saying the exact same thing. It's a new flag that Fred has put out with the latest update of the randomizer right before this tournament started. The book is required for you to understand the NPCs. Meaning... Oh, that's why Dark didn't go any further in this place. He needs a key.
And it looks like cheap meat is 46 rupees. That's pretty good price.
Absolutely. Alrighty, so we're going to let me see what 16 small secrets are. Small secrets are anywhere between 1 and 20 rupees. So 16 on the upper side is really nice. Oh yeah, you're right. 46 of that meat. That is pretty nice.
And was that the power bracelet on the coast?
That is the power bracelet on the coast. I didn't notice Dark checking it beforehand, but that doesn't mean...
I don't think that he did. I don't think he went up to check it.
Not entirely certain. Don't worry, everybody. We don't have a blip on your screen or nothing. We're just resyncing the streams up, so it's not a problem at all. Dark didn't disconnect from the internet or nothing. So, Bartman going through the forest here. We're still looking for a take-any for a candle or something like that, which we don't have right yet, because candles are kind of important.
Yeah, candle, or you can just find that wood sword. Or, who knows, maybe you find the white sword item after you find a take-any, and then you do a retry and go grab. Well, if they've saved, do a retry and then go grab the heart instead and see if you can get the wand.
Indeed so. Now, Darkfalls just found a door repair. I didn't see how much rupees he had, but that is a penalty of anywhere between 15 to 25 rupees.
And one thing with the wood sword, for anybody that hasn't already known about this, is the wood sword will be in an open cave, and the Armos screens do count as an open cave for that.
Yes, they do. Because you don't need, they are not blocked by anything. But we have the letter.
Looks like we got a level at Vanilla 5, or maybe not. I thought that staircase was only there if it's a level. Apparently,
no, that staircase is just always there. Yeah. Alrighty, so 20 is so we're being confirmed in the chat. The door repair is 23. That is actually very high.
That's 2 less than the maximum. You never want that high of a door repair.
No, not at all. Bartman taking another unfortunate overworld death. With the Lionels as angry as they're going to be on the overworld, that might be a common thing here until we have some more hearts, as their swords take 2 damage. Meanwhile, Darkfall's finding level 7 in vanilla level 1.
And we got Wizrobes in it, which is always fun.
Indeed, that's going to make them impossible to kill without any kind of bombs or a sword. But hey, we picked up a compass.
That Triforce location, I think that's about the tip of the nose of level 7.
Pretty close, yeah. It's there's one level of one row above it, where Darkfalls is at right now that goes out slightly further. But yeah, that's pretty far away. Level 7 is not one runners. Free bombs though. Level 7 is not one that runners tend to explore in these flag sets all that often because it's 33 rooms and it's insanely large. It's the second largest dungeon outside that we have, level 9 being the largest. And because we shuffle enemy sets, that is full of Wizrobes, and nobody wants to explore a dungeon full of Wizrobes. Ever.
Right. That plus the number of rooms, and there's only one item in this level.
Yeah.
Most of the time, you're not going to find something you need, but occasionally you will get seeds where you have to go back to level 7.
Absolutely. Yes, Trails, the Armos item was in fact the bow. So we have that already. Both our runners do, in fact. Not only was it the bow, but it was pretty close to start, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, it was the Armos that was the closest to the start screen.
Indeed. So we have both of our runners looking desperately for silver arrows and Triforces, to be completely honest. So, anyway, both our runners kind of going over to the same spot right now. They're both next to start, kind of clearing this area out. Let's see what Darkfalls finds on the other side of the bridge. It's, that was probably a door repair. Yeah, with the bow already, our runners could, in fact, purchase arrows, but I haven't seen anyone, well, no one's really had the money to do that yet, because every time we get money, they just get taken away. Plus, arrows are 89.
To be able to buy them.
Well, let's hope that the large secret's a maximum 150, and we can just take care of it. So Darkfalls is going to make his way up here. I think he already knows that the take any roads are above him, so I guess he just didn't check this, which, considering the screen above him is full of blue Lionels, I don't necessarily blame him.
Yeah, I think Darkfalls either died on that screen or just went right back into the staircase rather than checking around it. I know some of us, when we run this game, will check where the any roads take you to and then go back to where we started.
Yeah. It's one of those things that really just depends on where it leads you to. The Darkfall's getting sniped there, gonna have to make his way over to that side of the world again. Meanwhile, Bartman taking a take any road to right here, and this is a screen. Ouch. Oh, he got hit once, but he makes it. He makes it through that screen. And he makes it through the second screen. Now all he's got to do is make it to the ferry so he doesn't die. Meanwhile, Darkfall's taking a different direction over towards the start area.
Seems like that area over in the Dead Woods is just full of Lionels today.
Indeed. He's gonna go ahead. Dark's gonna go ahead and open that up. Meanwhile, oh my gosh, Bartman dodging all over the place. It's like dodgeball all over again. Yeah, goodness, he got out of that screen without taking any damage. Well done.
And then the Octoroks are like, no, you're not getting through here.
Right, yeah. Oh, the large secret is 66. That's not good. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean our runner's going to have money trouble, because if they find like a red ring, then they're not going to have to worry about buying a blue one. That being said, that's a pretty bad large secret.
Right, but usually you're not really truly worried about the large secret. It's more the medium secret that decides how the seed goes.
Absolutely.
You gotta secret for this one.
Right, and if they find silver arrows, then they don't have to spend 89 rupees on arrows either, so... Yeah, there's a lot of things that go into whether or not the runners are going to have money troubles or not.
That blue Lionel is being a gatekeeper for Dark Falls.
That is kind of hilarious. You know, yeah, I was going to say, at some point you really just need to leave and come back, because he's just going to sit there and go up and down and throw his swords all over the place. Nice thing about the Lionels is they do pause for a second before they throw.
It looks like Bartman making the play to check the open cave near Vanilla level 9.
Yeah, I believe that's a potion shop in the vanilla game. I don't remember
Yeah,
exactly.
that's a potion shop.
It is? Okay, cool. I remembered something! Yay! Meanwhile, Dark Falls is checking the other really annoying spot to check when you're looking for open caves. The bottom of the Dead Woods here.
And it looks like the vanilla potion shop is level 4.
Yes, it is. So we've got a level 4, and then Dark's gonna find a casino.
So from what I've seen, I'm starting to feel like Wood Sword's gonna be in the grave area, either at the gravestone itself, or underneath the Armos, or in the open cave there, or possibly even Vanilla 6. I almost forgot about that one.
Yeah, don't forget Vanilla 6. So Dark Falls is apparently, he's going to go through the Take Any Roads again. Meanwhile, Bartman is attempting to do some exploring at level 4 here. Finds himself, I believe that's amazing, finds a Triforce. He's going to grab that. I think he had to grab that, actually. Dark getting sniped by the line on that Take Any screen. That screen is awful. I just got to say, that screen is terrible. I wonder how much that's going to preclude our runners from actually using it.
I think once they have a sword, it'll be a lot easier to deal with that screen.
Indeed, especially because you can always just, like, take it down to one Lionel left, and then just leave it alive. You don't have to deal with the, 6 or whatever on that screen.
Right. And those blue moblins are not being nice here for Dark Falls.
Well, they are not. Yeah, we have still yet to find our sword, and that's kind of disturbing.
Well, there's a Take Any on Bartman's side at Vanilla level 9.
Well, he's going to grab his candle out of that, because candles are good. That's going to help with his exploration for sure, but we're still looking for that sword. Now, meanwhile, that Take Any did dump him in a place where he can have easy access to the open caves up here, so we may be finding that sword real quick.
Wood Sword.
Oh, there it is.
So now Dark Falls can actually start killing stuff, and maybe can get some bombs and everything and be able to start making progress on this seed.
Absolutely. So Bartman went back to level 4 to clear that seemingly push block room, but as it turned out, was not. Unfortunate.
That is something this randomizer is good at doing to you. Makes you think, oh, that might be what I need, and then it's nothing.
You are not kidding. So, Dark is going to check out Vanilla level 6, and we run into the Blue Ring Shop at 250 rupees, but he's going to ignore that and buy a candle. That's going
That's
to
a
allow
very
him...
good price for the candle.
Absolutely was. Not only that, but that's going to allow him to take heart containers out of the Take Any caves rather than having to grab that candle. That means he's going to be able to get more health, and if the white sword item is in play, as in something important, he'll be able to get that slightly faster if it's more than just one heart container.
That's right, because the white sword item will be anywhere from 4 to 6 heart containers.
Indeed it will be.
And we got level 6 found. I missed what screen that was.
So did I. It's gotta be someplace near Death Mountain, though, because I think that's where he was. But either way, he's probably gonna up an A here just to refill his health. Or not, never mind.
And to answer the question that was in chat about Wood Sword was in the open cave, one right of the graveyard power bracelet location, or not power bracelet, Armos item, where the vanilla power bracelet would be. And there's the ladder in 6.
Oh, level 6 has a ladder! Oh my goodness.
And we got level 9 on Darkfall's side. One screen
Nice.
left of where the bow was.
Oh, there's a candle coming in handy. So we will be coming back to that sometime later. So, meantime, Darkfall's going to check what's under some of these bushes here in the forest. I didn't see what that was because I lagged up.
And it looks like the ladder was 2 screens north of the start screen in level 6, so be easy to find. One of the rare times where the first staircase you find in a level that has a transport isn't the transport staircase.
Right, yeah.
And it looks like Darkfall is going back to 1. I don't blame him here. There's 2 items in this level.
Right.
Although he already has the Triforce out of it.
Right, because the Triforce was right here. Now, unfortunately, I don't actually know why he came back in here. He's got... This isn't going to drop anything. The Triforce was in here, and that door is locked.
Trails, we're not completely sure what screen level 6 was on. We're waiting for Bartman to leave so we know where it was.
Meanwhile, Bartman did take an unfortunate death. I didn't see what to. Oh, just more... Just some blue dark notes from what I see now. Oh, is that screen with the grave Arboses, I guess?
Yeah, it's the bomb spot just south of the power bracelet in the grave area.
Gotcha. There we go. Alright, so Bartman has found the blue ring shop. Gonna head out of there. Still wondering what Dark is up to.
I'm thinking he forgot that was where the Triforce was.
Must have.
And at this point, he needs either a key, or he needs the ladder to be able to bomb to where he can get out of that room.
Right.
And level 6 is also one of those levels, though, where a lot of players don't really check it due to the size of it, and it only having one item.
Right.
So the fact that Bartman got the ladder out of there, if the ladder ends up required, it could be a while for Darkfalls.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, that was an amazing find out of level 6. Very nicely done. Meanwhile, Dark is, he's got himself some, 156 rupees at the moment. Looks like Bartman is going to go ahead and grab that power bracelet. Not a bad play, because we don't know if that's going to be necessary or not.
And to answer the question that's in chat about might be trying to get a bomb drop off the blue dark nuts, the blue dark nuts are not in the bomb dropping group, but the red dark nuts are.
So, in the meantime, Darkfall's just found the white sword item, and it is, in fact, the wooden boomerang.
Yeah, so I'll be surprised if he ever comes back to that then.
I'm going to say more than likely not.
There's a bit of a troll compass, the room after the Triforce.
I see that way too often in these things, to be completely honest with you.
And actually, looking at where the map was on Bartman's screen when he paused, there is only one way to go in level 1. You have to have a key. Because that is actually the hook at the top of the eagle, what would be the head of the eagle of level 1.
Yep, no, absolutely. There's no other way down there. You've got to have that key.
A key and then a bomb to proceed past the compass.
Yeah. Alright, so in the meantime, well, we're still burning some forest down.
Dark Falls is over in the area where level 6 is. We'll see if he finds it and then finds the ladder.
Well, let's see here.
Yep, there's level 6 for Dark Falls. And he's doing an up A. Will he go in here or not?
Oh, that's... I was gonna say of course, but I don't actually know. Okay, so he is going in, that's good. So if he gets in deep enough, he'll find his ladder. Oh, he takes it dead. That's unfortunate.
Hopefully he gives up on these dark nuts pretty quick and goes up another room and finds the ladder, because otherwise, if he ends up deciding to leave this dungeon before going up, he'll regret it later because he doesn't have the ladder.
Right.
Meanwhile, Bartman is back in level 1. He must have done a retry because that key door is there again.
Well, he does have that. Yeah, he's got that key. So, but yeah, I wonder why he tried that. Meanwhile, Dark finding his ladder.
Maybe he went to do an up A and accidentally hit the wrong button and ended up on retry instead of save or continue. I've done it before, so I know how it can go. Smart move by Dark Falls here, leaving the room and going back in. Because he has an enemy or two down. Now he's down to just a Wallmaster and a Dark Nut. Ooh, and we got a shoot room in level 1. That's always fun.
Let's see here. So, Bartman grabs that key. He's got one now. He's not going to use it yet. Yeah, at least the shoot room is not really, like, in an offending area in level 1, let's be honest. Like, you can get around that pretty easily.
Right, and that was a heart container that he just picked up. So we don't know yet if that's the item or if that's the heart container for the level. We'll know when we find the next item on the floor if it's another heart. Arrow purchase for Dark Falls.
So have we seen one of the items out on level 1 yet? I don't think I've seen anything.
I believe the only thing I've seen was the heart container.
Right.
Ooh, and Dark Falls doesn't have a bomb, and he needs a bomb to get any further in level 1.
Yeah, so he finally gets his key and he doesn't have any bombs. Oh, poor guy.
Only thing I can think of here is he's thinking second quest runes, but apparently not.
Nah, yeah, I don't... Yeah, we're not... we're not using
we don't
any
have
of
second
those, but...
quest rooms on. But the fact that he was killing enemies in that room was the only thing I could think of. Hugging Dark Nuts is not a good idea when you only have 4 hearts.
No, they do 2 hearts of damage when you don't have, when you've got, only green tunic. And so... Oh, Dark, see, Dark's gonna try to get some bombs off of these moblins.
And using the wooden arrows is making it a little bit easier for him to kill them, because the wood arrows do the same amount of damage as the white sword, which is 2 damage, whereas the wood sword only does the 1 damage.
Right.
I think Bartman was going to try and clip into the block there to fight these Dark Nuts, but they came ganging up on him.
Silver arrows, to answer the question in chat, yes, the silver arrows do have the same damage as the magic sword. So Bartman taking, at least attempting to take out some of these Dark Nuts here. Got 1 hit left.
Nice thing is, it looks like the Wall Masters are only 1 HP, which is always a good thing. And as the question in chat was brought up, the magical sword does do the same damage as the silver arrows, and as Jay Coper pointed out, the bombs also do 4 damage.
Well, old man wants to tell him a story. Dark is, see what he's doing there. He's basically saving that room by leaving and coming back all the time. That means if he were to die here, there would only still be 1 Dark Nut inside here.
Right, and even once he kills that last enemy, because there's a bubble in that room, as long as he doesn't leave the dungeon, that room will never have enemies in it again.
Well, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. So, there's a key, but...
And unless I've missed it, I don't believe we've seen either of the 2 items out of 1 yet.
No, we haven't. Bartman is left, though. My guess is he's trying to get more bombs, though. This seems like a very, like, resource-heavy level 1.
And there's a question in chat from the real Fanny. I've noticed how the bombs are placed will damage Dark Nuts. What's the best way to do bomb damage on Dark Nuts? What you want to have happen is the direction Link is facing. You want that to be the same direction that the Dark Nuts are going. And make sure that you place the bomb when you're doing that. And as long as they don't turn as you're placing the bomb, it will do damage to them as long as they're close enough. We got any key in level 1.
Well, there's an item that everyone likes to find. Especially with only 2 keys in hand. And Bartman can find that he's got 0 keys.
And I believe we know the bottom of level 1 is key blocked, so that means he doesn't have a problem for that.
That's true. Alright, so Dark continuing into level 1 here.
And here's the staircase. Let's see what the other item here is going to be here in level 1. As soon as he can get these dark nuts to give him a chance to get in there.
Yeah.
I think that was a 7 HP blue dark nut. We got white sword.
Hey, white sword's good.
So white sword and any key in level 1. They're not the items you want to find, but they're items that are very helpful in terms of being able to get through the seed, because now you don't have a problem with keys, and now you can do extra damage with your sword. And if I remember right, I believe the any key was in the room that would be the vanilla Triforce room in the vanilla game.
Not actually sure. It's been a while since I played the vanilla game.
Which would be the tip all the way on the right end of the dungeon.
Ah.
And there's a hint cave, which of course we don't have the book yet, so can't read what those hints say. I think that was a save from Bartman. I'm thinking he has one key, he's gonna try testing where to use that key and retry if it doesn't get him where he needs to go.
Right, yeah.
And if he goes the right way, he'll find the any key.
Alright, so Chet saying Dark has the clear advantage right now. Yeah, I mean he's got the he's got that any key, he's got the ladder, he's got everything out of level 1 he needs, he's got that white sword, but with these
I wouldn't
fights,
really say it's a clear advantage.
Yeah,
he has white sword, he has bow and arrows, but we could still potentially have a raft block or recorder block, which at that point nobody's really in the lead.
Absolutely. Dark is going up that mountain. He's actually blasting his way in, and see, what does he find? Finds himself just all of 16 rupees.
And that was smart there by him, realizing that if he picked up that bomb pack, he was gonna be down in a bomb, compared to use the bomb and then go pick up the bomb pack and have full bombs.
Absolutely. Take any cave.
So now, we already know the white sword item is the wooden boomerang.
Yeah.
But if we didn't know that, we would know he has a chance to pick it up now. But I'll be surprised if he goes back to it. And now Darkfall's going into 4, and he has the sword. Whereas when Bartman was there, he didn't have a sword yet. So we'll see if he ends up finding the item or not.
Absolutely.
And I didn't catch it. Did Bartman take a death down there?
I think so. Oh, right.
Yeah, he must have, because he's going right back to that room.
Level 4 was the one that had the Triforce, yeah.
And the chat pointing out that he did die to the Dark Nut. And now they both have white sword. Now the only difference between them is Dark Falls does have the wooden arrows, and I don't believe Bartman bought them yet. So like finding a Pulse Voice like Dark Falls just did, it's a lot easier to deal with when you have bow and arrows.
Absolutely.
And to answer the question in chat about the Magical Shield. Magical Shield is one of those things you won't see very many runners actually buy, but with the way that some seeds go, sometimes it's worth getting. But most of the time, it doesn't really help all that much.
Yeah, absolutely. It's one of those things that if you've got a lot of extra money, you want to buy it. I mean, not always, but, you know, it's a luxury.
And, of course, Dark Falls finding a Tell Me a Story room, which, till we have Bo, we have no idea what the old man's trying to tell us.
Still.
And, ooh, we got a Dig Dogger in level 1. Thankfully, it's not required.
Right. Right, yeah, exactly. Or is it? No, it's not. Because we found
thankfully, finding the Triforce early, and then finding both of the items before we found that Dig Dogger, thankfully means we don't have to have a recorder to beat level 1.
Right, which is a positive thing. So, Dark Falls finding a key doesn't really need it. So, let's see here. So Dark's going to keep... Oh, well, this could be the item room.
Yeah, there's no shutter door, and
the
just
map
a couple enemies.
Well, the map fall. Yeah, we got a map fall, so that's that is going to mean that's anytime an item drops like that, you're not going to have an item in a room that's like a push block. Well, he can get through that room with the Chevy room, but there's a handle in there. Meanwhile, Bartman picking up a 66 rupee large secret. Not so great. Hey, Dark finding himself a heart container. He's at 5 now. Hey, if we get up to 10, we might even be able to get that magic sword. Who knows?
Yeah, you never know.
Well, Bartman himself getting 32 rupees is nice.
And we got a boomerang pickup by Bartman.
Oh, the magic... I'm sorry, the wooden boomerang is a 4-heart boomerang. And Bartman picked it up. That's not something you see that often when you're 38 minutes into the game, but...
right, but he only has 4 hearts, so... Boomerang can help when you're still low on health. Of course, he's not even trying to use it, though.
No, it's you know, when you don't have like a ranged weapon still, like we don't have the wand, we don't have like the red candle for like, you know, some kind of sustainable damage. I can see I understand the boomerang pickup. I'm not saying I don't. I see a lot of people, they don't normally pick it up this late only because, like, it's just another item you have to cycle through in your menu.
Right, if you're not planning to use it at all, it's not really worth picking it up because of the fact that you have an extra item to cycle through. Since most runners, there's like 1 or 2 people that don't use it, but a majority of the runners are going to use Select Swap, which allows you to hit Select to switch through items rather than having to use the pause menu. We got level 2 on Bartman's side.
Yep, we've got level 2.
this should be the item for Dark Falls, because there's only the item staircase in level 4.
He's just gotta not die in here. Let's see. Lights come on. Is he gonna make it through? Maybe. Not sure.
Ooh, those are squishy gorillas.
Yes, they are.
Only 1 or 2 HP.
That's a recorder.
And we got a recorder.
Yep. Recorder is nice. That'll help with the dancing around the world. What were you gonna say?
Yep. And on Bartman's side, we have the compass for where the Triforce is in 2. But because the item's a floor drop in level 2, he's going to look around, see if he can find it. Which he found a heart container, which, again, we don't know if that's the item in level 2 or if it's just the regular heart drop.
Right, well, if it is, then we'll find another heart container in here sometime. Real quick.
Right.
Well, so far, still just looking for those silver arrows. As I said, our runners both have the bow. They found that really early. Silver arrows, the only thing... Now, the silver arrows can easily be in level 9, because anything can be in level 9. The only things that can't be in level 9 are the things you need to get into level 9.
Right, the only things that cannot be in level 9 is anything that blocks you from being able to get to 5 Triforces.
Yep.
So, like, Raft could always be in 9, because even if it blocks you from 2 levels, it doesn't block you out of being able to get 5 Triforces, unless it contains the ladder, and there's ladder blocks for other Triforces. Then it won't be in 9.
Oh! That's a Patra.
Patra in level 2. That's... At least there's only 1 boss in level 2.
Yes, but why did it have to be a Patra? Oof. So those red Lionels take more than 1 bomb shot to kill.
Which means they're at least 5 HP, which is never fun.
No, not at all. Bartman takes care of the Gibdos, moving into the next room. Now, little hint here. If you're playing a vanilla shapes like we are today, and if you get a dark room, that room will never have a Triforce, a compass. Will never have a Triforce or a key item drop. Because of coding and whatnot. Now that may change.
I think the regular item can be in a dark room, but it's the heart container that can never be in one, I believe.
I was told key item, but I'm not like any key item as far as like the floor drop or whatnot. That was just what I was told. But
I know it can't be in the from WAB1024 in chat. If you want to play the randomizer, I suggest joining our Discord, and then from there you should be able to get to a link to the download for the randomizer.
Indeed. Bartman making liberal use of the his newly found boomerang now that he's actually got it out. There will not be any push blocks in these vanilla level 2s. There is never a staircase in level 2.
That's right. And you'll notice that he's been able to bomb every time he needed to. And that's because in level 2, unless you run into either an old man that you're trying to bomb into from below, or into Zelda's room, you will always be able to bomb into the room if there's a room there. That applies for levels 1 to 3, I believe it is.
Yep, and level 3, and I guess level 1 as well, can also have the the right side staircase that you can't bomb, like, through to.
Right.
Other than that, levels 1 through 3, you will always be able to bomb through a wall that doesn't have a door, so long as it's connected to an actual room, except in those instances. I don't think this can be a drop room that Bartman's in, so he's cleared it anyway.
I didn't see which room it was. I was looking over at Dark Falls' screen.
It was one of those 5, like the number 5.
Okay, yeah, that room can never be a drop outside of level 1.
Right. So, meanwhile, while we're watching Bartman take out some Pulse voices here, oh, Fricky.
Ooh, silver arrows in 2.
Whoa! Hi! Hi, Silver Arrows! How you doing?
I was just about to bring up that there's a chance that I didn't catch it there was an item in the room with Patcher or not. That item could be under Patcher and he found the silver, so that's a good thing. That means you don't have to kill that Patcher.
Yeah, absolutely. Not to mention the fact that you are now really happy because you can now beat Ganon, assuming you can get to him. It's entirely possible that Bartman may in fact be in Triforce and Go mode.
Most likely he'll only be grabbing out of dungeons, just grabbing the Triforce and Go. And he might check what the item is, but he's not going to stop and dig for it unless he thinks he needs Raft. Or
absolutely.
He doesn't have either one of those.
Now, I didn't catch where level 2 was, so let's see here. He's about to leave.
Was one screen right of the start screen. Vanilla start.
Vanilla start, yeah. So, all right, so we know where the locations of 1, 2, let me see, I've got marked 1, 2, 4, 6, and 7.
And 9.
Oh, and 9, right, and 9.
And Darkfall should be finding level 2 right here.
Well, he does, so he's going to be very happy, so assuming he makes it all the way up to the Silver Arrows, but considering those were laying on the floor for free, yeah, he's going to be very happy with that, I'm assuming. So
yeah, he might hate the fact that he already has wooden arrows, but he's actually done pretty good with using the wood arrows for killing things, so won't be that big of a deal that he already bought those.
Indeed. Bartman accidentally burning the wrong bush. That's okay. That happens to, like, everybody, including myself, multiple times.
The one most people tend to candle the wrong one on is on Candle Row, just south of level 1, where getting that 5th bush, sometimes you accidentally go 4 or 6.
Yeah, no, it's, you know, the eyes play tricks on you when it's all the same thing, just like, you know, this place. But yeah, doing the in-between like that's always a nice way to make sure that you don't mess that up. Darkfall's having his wooden arrows out. If he goes up north a few more rooms, he will be upgrading those pretty nicely. Assuming
I believe it was the very top room on that row.
In fact, he's not even going to try to make it through the Patra. He's just gonna turn around and say nope and go up this way.
And I don't blame him. Most people will do that if they see a boss like that Gleeok, something like that. They'll generally see if they can get around having to kill it.
Absolutely. Bartman, I think he really wants... I mean, he wants a ring, because he... as we said, he's got everything he needs. He's got the ladder, he's got silver arrows, and the bow. And a white sword, even. So if he gets a ring and a potion, he's going to be running through the rest of the sea. Well, Dark doesn't have to pick up that key. He's got keys already.
I'm not really sure why Dark was killing those, because he already has max bombs.
Not sure. Well, he's gonna make it. This is the room, isn't it? No, it's the next one up. But he does have the normal arrows.
These bunnies.
Yeah, there we go. And there it is. The silver arrows. He's got to be excited from that.
Finding the silver arrows on the ground in level 2 is always a great feeling. Other than the fact that, you know, this has been a pretty quick seed so far, so you're starting to worry, is my opponent in 9 yet?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we were, what, 47 minutes in? Yeah, I'd be slightly worried about that too, considering that the bow is free and silver arrows are basically free. In a spot that's not that fun.
Did Bartman grab that Triforce out of level 2?
Yes. Yes, he's got it on his own tracker.
So now, as they're pointing out in chat, Bartman has bought the blue ring, and Darkfalls has the any key, so we'll see which ends up being a bigger deal.
Yeah, both of those are going to be a thing, because the any key is just going to allow for pretty much free exploration of 9 outside of needing bombs. But that blue ring could very much so be a thing, depending on how comfortable Darkfalls is with basically playing with Green Tunic.
I think we might have plus HP red Wizard, which is never fun. Oh, now they both have the blue ring.
Yeah, so both have a blue ring now, so There goes that. So, I like the idea that Bartman is going through level 7 here. Level 7 is long and whatnot, but you know where it is. It's one of those things you don't have to go searching for another dungeon. You know where level 7 is, and we've got an early compass. Oh, that's right. We saw this earlier, didn't we? Ooh.
Yeah, we saw where that compass was earlier when Dark Falls was in 7.
Right.
And now we'll see if Bartman digs that Triforce out. He might be feeling he only has so many dungeons, and we're going on the 50-minute mark. I just need to get as many Triforces as I can, as quick as I can.
Yep, he's got that blue ring. Oh, and he's got a red potion. Yeah, he's got everything he needs. He's gonna bomb to the south here. Meanwhile, Darkfall is actually gonna check Recorder Lake. Interesting. Not much in there. Ooh.
I don't really have any kind of tracker going on, so I don't know where any of the levels were for sure. So I'm not sure if there's any levels nearby. He might be just feeling, let me just see if there's any levels I can find on my way to where I know there's a level.
Yeah, maybe he's looking for 3? I'm not sure. I mean, yeah, 7 is annoying to dig through and whatnot, but again, you know where it's at. And oh my gosh, this room with the Triforce in 7. Let me sleep through that one. Bartman picking up his 4th Triforce. Alright, so level 6 is just over by the graveyard, and I get the feeling that's where Bartman's gonna go. I don't see any reason why he would bother checking too much. Maybe stuff.
Well, I
like
would
on the
imagine
way.
he would check along the way, see if he can find a level that has a quicker way of getting to it.
Yeah, no, absolutely. But I don't think you're gonna go out of your way to pick up anything outside of, like, bombing. This makes sense, and Darkfall's actually going into 7 now as well. He already has the compass, so he can make it right there.
And to answer the question in chat, yes, we only need 5 Triforce pieces to enter 9. It's part of the flags that we're using for the Swiss portion of the tournament, where it's only 5 Triforces required.
Indeed, and that stays that way until, what is it, the Elite 8?
I believe it's the Elite 8 it changes into random Triforces, but I haven't looked at it lately to make sure, because I don't expect to personally make it that far.
Same here. Oh, Darkfall is running into a money or, well, normally it's money or life room, but this is money or max bombs, and he's gonna go ahead and up A out of there because he couldn't bomb out. So in the vanilla game, in the second quest, I believe those are in, they want your money or 1 heart container. In this,
Right.
we've decided to make it slightly more random and add things like, you know, your keys, your maximum bomb capacity, because, you know, whatever.
And as been pointed out in chat, we actually have one of those seeds where the red potion is cheaper than the blue potion, which
That
is
is
not
actually-
something you see very often.
Yeah, that is pretty hard to do. I think that requires the blue potion to practically roll, like, maximum price, and the red to practically roll minimum price.
Pretty close, because vanilla prices are 40 and 68. So, yeah, blue potion has to roll almost to max.
Because it's plus or minus, what is it, 20 for those things?
Yes, all shots are plus or minus 20 for all items, which is why blue ring a lot of times will tend to be 250, because anytime it goes past 255, it will jump back to the vanilla price of 250.
Absolutely.
And to answer the question in chat, the prices was blue was 51 and red was 49.
Yeah, so that shopkeeper is, he's losing money on those, let me tell you. Like, somebody needs to tell him that that's not how you run a sale. Especially because our runners didn't even buy one. I mean, come on. Guy's gonna offer you an amazing deal. He didn't even take it. Oh, Wall Masters, okay. And they're wondering why the doors on Bartman's side's not doing anything. And Bartman picks up his his 5th Triforce out of level 6. That is going to allow him to go into level 9, and he's got a ladder. There is nothing blocking him in level 9. He is clear to jump in there and find Ganon and that princess. Meanwhile, Dark Falls is trying desperately to catch up. Not that he knows he's behind, but still. Wasn't that the Triforce room?
I'm not really sure which room it was. I was looking over at the tractor.
Alright, so Bartman is in level 9 now. Dark Falls is going to go ahead and take out this Dig Dogger.
And as being pointed out in chat, about the only thing that could slow Bartman down here would be a lot of key doors. Because he never got the any key out of level 1. But now what he'll be listening for is the roar of Ganon. And unless there's a Patrick or something similar blocking the sound on you, Patra or the old man room at the start of the level can sometimes mask it on you. Other than that, you will always hear it whenever you're north, east, south, or west of Ganon.
That is correct. We're also looking for a single shutter door in a room that doesn't open when the room is cleared. If we find that, at least before we kill Ganon. After we kill Ganon, we're going to be looking for a shutter door that just opens regardless of what's in the room.
Right, and to answer the question in chat, Dig Dogger cannot be in level 9 because of the way the enemy sets are currently. It's something that Fred has talked about trying to do, but most of us just hope he doesn't decide to change it on us, that all of a sudden now we need a recorder to get through level 9.
Right. Yeah, I don't remember exactly what, but I think it has something to do with Ganon or something. I'm not sure, but I know I've heard him explain it before, but
right, it has to do with the sprite set. The sprite set that Zelda and Ganon are in is the Patra set, which is why the only other they're the only other 2 bosses in that in the set, which is why if you see one Patra in a Ganon or in a room dungeon, you'll never see any other boss.
Now, we were talking about this earlier. This is a thing that could come into play. Bartman only has 5 keys in this level 9. Level 9 is notorious for eating your keys alive.
Right. And sometimes, though, having the any key can be counterproductive. Because sometimes that any key will cause you to just take every key door you see, whereas somebody that doesn't have the any key might be more liberal with their use and try other routes and find a quicker route.
Absolutely. So, without the book, we wouldn't be able to understand the old man anyway, but there are still going to be 3 old man rooms in this level 9. They're supposed to give you hints, again, that we wouldn't understand, but one of them's already been replaced by a money or max bombs room.
Right, and for those that don't know, the money or life room, as they're referred to, there's anywhere from 1 to 3 in every seed, as long as that flag is on. So we've already seen 2 of them.
That's right. Oh, Bartman is now taking this staircase. There's 2 levels of thought with the staircases in level 9. You either take all of them, or you don't. I mean, like,
right. I tend to be in the side that will only take staircases if I'm looking for an item. Otherwise, I'm going to take every possible route I can before I start taking staircases.
Indeed. Yeah, well, both our runners are in level 9 now, so this is anyone's game at this point. This is literally going to come down to who finds what first.
And I think they're actually going into they're both in the same room there for a second.
They are, yeah, they are. They're high-fiving each other as Bartman goes back into this room with this Patra. Looks like he's going to try to take this Patra out. You know, Dark. Now, the only difference here is Bartman just happens to have a little bit more exploration, but if Dark Falls finds or just takes a different path, you don't know what could happen.
Right, because this could actually be a staircase here where Bartman is.
Absolutely.
But we'll see if he yeah, and it is a staircase, so we'll see what it is.
There you go. Well, you can bomb upwards and the staircase, so down the staircase is its transport staircase. So there are 6?
There is 6 transport staircases plus the 2 item rooms.
Right.
And
so
was pointed out in chat, another thing that Dark Falls has going for him, he has more heart containers.
Yes, it does. Alright, shutter door on Bartman's side. Is it gonna open when he kills this? It does. Okay, so not Zelda. So... Okay, well, we already know that the shutter door is gonna open, because we just came from there, so not even a thing. Ooh,
I'm actually
nice
surprised Dark Falls isn't at least looking at every staircase to see if it's an item.
He found Ganon!
Oh, he found Ganon. That's why he didn't go through there.
Yeah, he found Ganon. Alright, so, Dark Falls versus Ganon, round 1. Let's see if he can take this pig out in one shot. Doesn't get the stun lock there, throwing his sword. It's the second hit. It's like what, 7 or 8 hits with the white sword?
Right, 7 or 8 hits with the white sword. Because Vanilla Ganon has 15 HP, which is the max he can ever have currently.
Oh, we got a stun lock! We got a stun lock! Oh, he just lost it! There we go.
And as was pointed out in chat, it is also possible that one of these two shutter doors could be Zelda.
Absolutely. Yes, because Zelda can be attached to Ganon's room, I think, regardless of that shutter door rule.
Right. And if you ever play a speed where Ganon isn't required, he can still block Zelda if there's only one way into a room and it's through Ganon's room.
Yeah, I've seen that before. Then you just never know if he's actually not required or not, if you have the flag checked at random. Actually, I guess technically Dark Falls is going to be rescuing Link here, but whatever.
Right, he's playing as Zelda, so instead of rescuing Zelda, he'll be rescuing Link.
Which I find that funny. But, Dark trying to bomb his way through here again. At this point, he's simply looking for that princess.
What he really wants to find right now is either find Zelda or Link right away, or find a compass to tell him where she is.
Exactly. Now, how much do you focus on clearing rooms at this point, though?
Depends on how much of that area of the level I've previously went through. If I have a lot of area in that room that I can get, or in that area of the dungeon I can get to, I won't really clear much. But if, say, I'm in an area or I've cleared a lot of the level and I haven't found any indication, I might start clearing rooms trying to find on the chance that I find the compass.
Hey, look, we found
she's
Zelda's
not
room.
in her own room.
We found Zelda's room. She's not there, though. Bartman's still on the hunt for Ganon.
And he's in the wrong part of the level. If I remember right, she was like middle to southwest.
Indeed. Well, ladder block. Was the ladder required? Well, maybe. I have no idea.
With level 9, it's never really sure if it's really required, because it all depends on, was there another path to get somewhere?
Yeah. Well, there's a Chevy room, so at least we don't have a thing where Zelda's in the Chevy room and our runners don't have the ladder yet. That has definitely happened in this tournament. Oh, another bomb drop. Now, someone told me, like, when you have the Yeti key at level 9, is to just go about and just, like, tap open all the doors regardless, because they show up as open on your little mini. There it is!
There's the open door. So get your GGs out in chat, as Dark Falls is gonna win this race.
Dark Falls finishes in first place with an official SRL time of 1 hour, 3 minutes, and 21 seconds. Get your GGs out. What a race. Nicely done, Dark Falls. Congratulations. That just came down to level 9 being level 9.
Yep, as it's previously been said, level 9 can be the great equalizer.
Absolutely, and this is why it's, what is it, 55, 58 rooms, something like that? It's a lot.
Yeah, I don't remember the exact count, but it is quite a few rooms.
It's a lot of rooms, and it's, oh wait. I'm listening to Bartman's feed, and I think I hear a Ganon. So
he should be right around his room somewhere here. And because he's playing as Link, he will be fighting Ganon and will be saving Zelda. And yep, he was 1 room east. Or west, I mean.
It's 57 rooms. Thank you, LC Card fan. Alright, so Bartman's in his Ganon fight. He's got a stun lock. Is he gonna be able to keep it? He's got the rhythm down.
No.
He lost it. Oh, he thought. Oh, that was like 3 Ganon hugs in a row. He didn't even get his potion out.
And he has blue rings, so those Ganon hugs are actually doing 2 hearts of damage to him whenever he gets hit by one.
Yep, there are 2 things, as far as I know, in this game that do 4 hearts of damage. They are, 4 hearts of damage with a green tunic. It is, either Ganon hugs or a orange Wizrobe blast. But,
right.
Speaking of that, Dark Falls has joined us in the commentary booth here. Dark, congratulations, GG. What a seed.
Yeah, that was something else. I thought it was going pretty well. A couple ugly deaths in the overworld, but all in all, that was a pretty free seed for the most part.
Yes. So about the doing well part, you actually were the second one to enter level 9 with all the items.
Oh wow. How far behind was I?
I'd say a good few minutes.
Yeah, one of the biggest differences, though, is you had the any key out of level 1, and Bartman did not find the any key.
Yeah, that level 1 was annoying. When I first went in, I had no bombs and I had no keys, or maybe it was vice versa. Yeah, it was keys and bombs. So I had to leave a couple times to go back in. And the enemies set with blue dark nuts, of course, which don't drop bombs, so I was kind of not in a good position as far as that went. But once I got through those first couple rooms, I kind of went through it pretty quick.
Yep. Yeah, Chad is confirming you were about... Sorry.
Go ahead.
Chad is confirming you were about 5 minutes behind Bartman when he entered level 9. You also had more health than him. In fact, after you finished, Bartman was fighting Ganon and unfortunately took like 3 Ganon hugs in very quick succession.
Oh wow.
But yeah, he found level 2 faster than you did, which put him in Triforce and Go mode very quickly. Since you guys found the bow, I think about immediately, and then yeah, he found silver arrows in there just a little bit quicker. But and then he ran pretty much right to level 7, finished that up, and then finished 6, and then went in. I don't think we ever found what 5 and 3.
I personally didn't find 3, 5, or 8.
Oh right, or 8. Yeah, we didn't find 8 either.
Yeah, I don't think either of you guys found any of those 3 dungeons.
So what happened with me was I went into the Dead Woods and I took a death, and then I went back through the Any Roads and I took a death to Lionel. And I went back to the Any Roads again, and I figured I'd go along the graveyard route. So when I went into the Any Roads, I found level 6 of the bomb spot, and I figured, what the heck, I'm here, I might as well see what I can get out of it. And I grabbed the ladder, and then I went down to the Dead Woods, and then I didn't find anything there, so I was like, shoot, well, I know where 7 is, I can go get that, and then I got that, then went back up to 6 and got the Triforce there. And I just whistled the 1, and that was it.
Nice. So, this level, I mean... so what would you say when you get into level 9 here? Like, I think I saw you taking some of the staircases. Did you come in here with like a plan, or is it just kind of like a feel when you get in here?
So with that level 9, I saw a lot of open doorways, and when I start taking staircases, I tend to confuse myself.
Right.
And I have started tracking with a laminated map, so it's easier for me to run with one hand and then map with my other hand. So being able to just bomb through doors or walk through doors was a lot more convenient for me than walking through staircases, and it paid off in this case.
Very nice.
Meanwhile, Bartman is back into Ganon's room again.
Indeed. I feel like you came in a different way than he has. Okay, there you go. He's gonna take his potion right now.
Dark bombed into his room.
Yeah, I bombed in from the right-hand side.
Yep.
Does he have the ring at least?
He's got a blue ring, yes. We both bought that.
Ah, okay.
In fact, we were before you purchased that, because he had his first. We were thinking, okay, so Dark's got the Yeti key, and Bart's got the the blue ring. I wonder which one's going to be a more advantage. And then you immediately, as we're talking about the differences, you immediately walk into the store and buy the blue ring. We're like, okay, well, never mind.
Well, the reason I did that was I was going to go into level 7 to get the Triforce there, because even though it's a bigger dungeon, I knew where it was, and I had what I needed to beat a dungeon. I had 8 bombs, I think, and I had the ladder. So I knew wizards were living in there, so I was like, I'll grab the ring and make it a little bit easier.
Gotta say real quick, that was a very clutch fight by Bartman. He pulled off the Ganon victory, and unfortunately now he's got to look around for Zelda, because he hasn't found her yet. Zelda, I feel like, is hiding decently well on this one.
Yeah, I mean, as a matter of just going through doorways and not taking staircases. Just go up a few screens here and to the left, but it shouldn't be too bad as long as he doesn't jump into staircases.
No, not going to.
So
Awesome.
Dark Balls, if I'm looking at the standings right, you were 1 and 2 coming into this week. So how do you feel going into next week as 2 and 2 with a chance to still make the bracket?
I am actually just having a blast with this tournament. I just love playing. A lot of good people in the 2 and 2, a lot of people in the 3 and 1 even, a lot of good people in the 3, amazing people in the 3 and 0. It's going to be a challenge regardless of who I get, so I'm not going to take anyone lightly. That being said, OPT, I know you are 2 and 2 as well, my friend.
I'm not 2 and 2. I'm 2 and 1 right now.
I thought you won earlier.
I did win. I won last week. I'm 2 and 1.
I thought you won. Okay, well.
I haven't played Chess Trick yet. That's Thursday. I'm going to be 2 and 2 after that.
No, you're gonna be 3 and 1, dude.
Yeah. Anyway, Bartman is making his way. Let's see. He took a few staircases, but he's not really that far out of them. He's getting further away from it, I should say.
Yeah, right now what he needs to have happen is find that compass, because otherwise he may end up going in the wrong direction.
You know, that's the thing I was asking Gary and Dark. Since you're here, I might as well ask you. When you've beaten Ganon and you don't know where Zelda is, do you put any kind of focus on clearing rooms for the compass at all, or are you just like running through doors at this point?
For me personally, I'll kill stuff that's in my way, but I'm just gonna keep going until I can't go anymore, and then I'll start looking for the compass. But I usually don't go out of my way to get it unless it's like right in front of me.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think Bartman was on the way towards her room and then decided to double back because he doesn't have. He's only got 3 keys left, and he's stopped by a key door. No, he's going back for it. Oh,
yeah, I think he was looking to see if there was a way around, and then decided that was probably his best route to go.
Yeah, when I bought the ring, I realized I had 0 money. I realized I was about to go into 9. I had no money to buy a potion, so I was kind of like shoot mentally. But thankfully, Ganon behaved and didn't kill me a few times like he usually does.
Right. Yes, that was a very, very nice stun lock execution there.
Oh, and there's the compass.
There
we had
it is,
to kill some, what are those things called? Gibdos.
Alright, so, oh man.
It only has 1 key though, so I'll be interested to see what. Oh, there's another key.
Yay, another key. Doesn't use the door though. Wonder if he has to. I don't even know.
Yeah, I went to the left. I don't know what screen you're on. I'm behind. I'm on the actual screen. I went to the left in the room that he got the key in.
Yeah, I think he's thinking he doesn't want to take that because he only had the 1 key and now 2. He's trying to see if he can find a way to bomb around it.
I don't recall if there was another room out the window her room or not.
Yeah, we did actually get a bomb room, so it technically is going to be a faster route to Zelda. There it is. There's the shutter door opening, and ladies and gentlemen, Bartman is going to walk his way to Zelda, not Link, and finish with an official SRL time of 1 hour, 14 minutes, and 18 seconds. Give him a GG, everybody. Well played by both of our runners there. Absolutely exciting race. Let's see if we can get Bartman in here to say a few words. the runners having.
So while we're waiting to see if he's going to join us, let's talk about what's going on with the schedule for tonight. Going on right now over on Speed Gaming, we have Antlers and Zebgedney, and then at 10 o'clock we have 2 races going on. On Speed Gaming 5, we'll have Chrono JJ and F. Coughlin, the creator of the Randomizer. And also at 10 o'clock on Randomania, we will have Adaginos and Captain Green 7. And then at 1 o'clock in the morning, we'll have Pano going up against Sis Crusher at 1 a.m. that is. And all those times are Eastern time.
Yeah, people who like playing very early in the day, or probably not 1 a.m. to them, but you know. Alright, let's see if we can get Bartman in here. Hold on. Okay, hold on.
And then tomorrow we'll have a whole huge amount of races. We don't have any restreams set up for any of them yet, but that will be announced some point probably tomorrow. That will get announced. So be sure to keep an eye on the schedule as well for everything that's going to happen tomorrow. We have a race at 6 p.m. Eastern, followed by 2 at 10, 1 at 10:30, 2 at 11, 1 at midnight, and then 1 at 2 a.m. And with that sound, I believe we have Bartman in the voice chat with us.
Hello,
GG, Bartman.
GG's.
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
We can hear you.
Yes, we can.
Okay, this
Hey,
is the first time I've done
well
a speed
played.
gaming one. Thank you, thank you.
No problem.
Other than how much of time I spent in one, it felt good.
Yeah, well, as Dark mentioned in the SRL chat room, he actually had to go back into 1 3 times. After getting key blocked the first time, getting bomb blocked the second time.
Yeah, that's what happened to me, and then I did an up A save with my 1 key, so because I had 3 paths to choose from, and so I didn't want to be totally key blocked, and so that's when you saw me up A and save, so that I could try a path, and if I didn't get anywhere, just retry and then keep exploring 1.
Yeah, that's kind of what we figured when we saw that happen. So do you want to know how close this was?
How close?
You were in level 9 5 minutes before Dark was.
Okay, at first, when I got to level 9, I felt like I was doing good, and then he probably found that stair number 4 that took him right next to Ganon faster.
Actually, he came in through Ganon the opposite direction. There was a bomb wall to the right of him that Dark ended up finding.
Got it.
But it was just a matter of, like, you go one way, he goes another, and he happens to find Ganon that direction. And then he did take a longer route to Zelda, though. That, at the end of it, that dark room that had the extra key in it that you grabbed for your second one, Dark just went through that way, where you decided to go down and actually bomb through walls and whatnot. But it was a fun race to watch. You guys were quite close for pretty much the entire race. A lot of interesting quick Triforces, especially like that level 1. You walk in, when you first get to it, both of you. Obviously, you can't go down because you have no keys, but hey, Triforce, just kind of sitting there.
Yeah, level 4 was kind of that too. I went down, I think 2 rooms, and I was in that maze room, and I couldn't do anything else.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say 1, 4, and 6. I think we're all quick.
Yeah. So
6 I almost got kind of screwed on because I went deep into it, and then I found the compass. I had to go back to the start.
Yeah, that's that is actually one of those things that happened. Dark decided just kind of didn't go into that room. That's what it turned out.
I thought I
to
went
be.
into it my first time there when I was looking for the item.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, where was the any key in 1? Was that Dig Dogger blocked?
No, it was in the right-hand wing of the Eagle by 3 Garia.
Okay, I don't know how I missed that.
Yeah, we were a little surprised when you left there without the any key. But you know, as it turns out, outside of maybe making your choices a little more difficult, you had what, 5 keys when you went into level 9, so you had a decent chunk.
I did, so I didn't feel bad about that. And then 9 was dropping bombs for me this time, so it was the first time in any of my seeds this entire tournament that my map has 4 different bomb drop rooms that I was prepared to go back to if the enemies didn't drop, and I didn't even need any of them. So
yeah,
that made me
happy. I had
happy.
no bomb issues on none at all between the squishy Regria and the Gibdo. I just kept getting bombs as I went, so I had no problems with bombs at least.
Yeah, like I didn't see anybody like having any bomb troubles in 9 at all, which is nice to see because as you guys have said, those level 9s aren't always like that at all, not at all. All right, guys. Well, any final thoughts about this seed in the tournament in general, Bartman? I do believe that puts you at 1-3. So it's unfortunate, but you know, there's always the next race for pride, right?
For my first tournament, to be honest, my goal was a win. So I bet that. So anything beyond that is just like experience and fun and battle out with the other people that join the community a lot. So
absolutely, no, that is 100% the right attitude. As someone else who's running their first Zelda 1 tournament ever, I feel exactly what you're feeling. So yeah, no, real quick, Bart, what do you think of these flag sets? Are you finding these to be fun?
Yeah, I like them. I was kind of curious if Shapes or Boomstick was going to show up, but obviously we want to showcase the new functionality that Fred had. And then, as one of the commentators said in the just previous race today, they have the heart swap, but I know that would, what I've played with that would vastly increase the time of these seeds and races.
Yes, it does.
Yes, it does. And so I like, as Jam and some other people have pointed out, I kind of like the strategy. I think my strengths get to be played if I have to go into every dungeon. But I still like this feels much more like a puzzle you're trying to put together. Like the seed that I had last was a chain reaction seed, it turned out. So I thought I'd be frustrated by those, but it actually kind of felt pretty gratifying when you actually put the whole puzzle together and solved it. So I like them. It seems like a fun way to do this.
Speaking of Dungeons Bart, did you find 3, 5, or 8 by chance?
No.
Nope.
Nobody found 3, 5, or 8.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, Gary and I were both kind of keeping track on our own personal trackers, and at one point I'm like, we have only found like 1, 2, 4, 7, and 6, and 9. That's it.
Yeah, once I had 1 Triforce left, I felt like digging 6 for its Triforce was going to go faster than how much of the overworld I had left to dig out. So yeah, I just immediately beelined it to 6.
I went to 6 and then into 7. No, reverse that, 7 into 6.
All right, Dark, any words about this tournament real quick before we sign off?
Just GG Bart, and thank you to OPT and Garion for commentating and tracking. Thank you everyone for watching. OPT, I'll let you send out and out.
Indeed. Alrighty, everybody out there. Well, thank you all for watching. Again, thank our awesome runners here for letting us restream their race and being able to put on a show. Gary had to leave to go set up for a restream, but I want to give a shout out to him for keeping our trackers going. We really appreciate it. For everybody here at the Speed Gaming Networks, thank you all for watching, and have a good night, everybody.